Hi there. How is everyone doing today? So I have an eye doctor's appointment, getting me some new specs. And so of course, because I want to come prepared to the eye doctor, I'm going to put some makeup on. So join me. If you are new here, please say hello. My name is Katie Rex. I am an independent artist with Seint Makeup, which is all of your cream foundations in one amazing compact. It's the most amazing natural looking makeup you will ever find on the market today. So I'm just going to get right to it. Please, if you have any questions, let me know. And if you would like to get color matched, which is where you send me a makeup free selfie and I send back to you a pre-built palette custom to what will work for your skin texture, tones, all of that goodness. Fill out that form. I just linked it below so that way I can get you your colors ASAP. Okay. So I like to use the blush and bronzer brush, this dense end. It to me is the most just flawless finish, almost like an airbrush finish. It's right there in between about a medium coverage, style, I guess, or finish. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into my color corrector, which for me is amber. These are all different based on your levels of redness and problem areas that you may have around your face. So that's where I come in. One of the coolest things about Seint Makeup is that I'm an independent artist with them. So what that means is that I basically get to be your personal makeup artist. I help you through every step of the way, applying your makeup, picking out your colors, troubleshooting. I mean, I am always here for you. This is never a try this makeup out and then leave you to it. I would never, ever do that to anyone. So that is the absolute coolest part about this company. And I love what I do. I mean, makeup and playing around with makeup is an absolute passion of mine. So getting to help other women find ways to apply cream foundation, absolutely love the skin that they're in, is just so exciting for me. It is literally the highlight and joys of many of my days. Do you see how I had a zit right there and it is virtually gone? That is what color correcting does. And that is very different than most makeup. So if you are used to a foundation system that is, I mean, you can do this makeup with a full coverage. I guess what makes cream foundation so different than anything else on the market, to be honest, is one, the formulation being that it's a cream. It is going to sit on your skin. It is going to be like a second layer of skin. It doesn't dry out the skin. It's very hydrating. It is just amazing. You will actually see your skin in a way you've never, I'm sure, seen it before with any other type of makeup. Something that is so crucial and so critical when you're using cream foundations is a blending sponge like this one, a beauty blender, because it will give you a flawless finish. It will take off any of that excess of makeup that is on your face. I highly, highly recommend grabbing a sponge when you're applying a cream foundation. So I went through, I color corrected, I get rid of all of those acne spots and just light stipples of redness around my face. I am going to go in just with this is our detail brush. These two, where did I put the other one? Oh, it's in my hand. These two are my absolute ride or die brushes. I cannot stress enough how much I am obsessed with these brushes. So here's a really good troubleshooting tip for you. If you have broken capillaries or just larger pores in and around this area on your nose, I know I get them, take that color corrector and a small end, I like to use the end of the detail brush, and really wiggle it and buff it in those areas back and forth, continuing in that circular motion. It's going to give you so much better of a coverage in that area. And it's just amazing. Okay. I'm still using the same brushes. I'm not wiping them off, honestly. You use such little product with the cream foundation. I'm going to go into now a different color. This is kind of more my main shade. It's going to help tone down any warmth around my face. So I'm just, again, dabbing and buffing this color right over top of that color corrector. And this is just going to give me a medium coverage around my face. You can see it just buffs on. It gives you such an airbrushed finish. Look at how flawless that looks. It is amazing. And one of the things I think a lot of people forget is your skin is so amazingly beautiful. Showing off your pores, your wrinkles. So many people, like, those are curse words when it comes to like makeup application, when it comes to skincare, when it comes to just everyday looks. People are terrified to let their pores show. People want to hide every wrinkle in their face. And I just say, like, girl, embrace yourself. You are beautiful just the way you are. Please stop hiding behind. You don't want your makeup to like hide behind it. You want your makeup to accentuate your uniqueness and your natural beauty. Okay? Please stop. Please stop thinking of those things as just like bad words. I promise they're not bad words. Okay, so as I'm buffing this all out and about and getting a good base around my whole face, one of the coolest things about three-dimensional foundation, which that is what this system is it's going to highlight and contour around your face. So you can see, I mean, I've color corrected, I've addressed any problem areas around my face. The next thing I'm going to do, but you see how like flat this is? Do you see how flat my makeup looks? That's because we need to contour. So I'm just going to go in and quick sponge off any excess. And the proper way to use a sponge, you guys, is to get it wet, absorb. It's going to get like double its size. Get it wet, run it under running water, squeeze the living daylights out of it with your bare hands, and then go to get a dish towel, a dry towel, and wring it again and have that towel absorb any excess. It should not feel wet to the touch by any means. And then I just like to let it kind of air dry and sit out as I start getting my makeup out and ready to rock and roll. Next, I'm going to go in with this detailed end into my contour color. And I just got a new tin in, so this is Ash. And what I'm doing is I'm placing that contour, just dabbing in like so, getting it on the bottom half of this brush. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow me to go in under this cheekbone here. You can see and feel your cheekbone. We're going to contour now. People are so scared to contour. And honestly, when I show them the colors that I recommend, they're like, oh my gosh, that is so dark. And I am new to contouring. Listen, cream foundations blend so easy. And when I first started, I was the same way. I was like, oh my goodness, I cannot use that dark of a color. It's going to look so stupid on me. And I don't know what I'm doing. I promise you, you need to trust the process. I know what I'm doing. You can see how dark that contour is. And when you put it on, it's amazing what these products will do to your face. Okay, then I go under this cheekbone, and you can see I just do like this pouncing, pressing, pouncing motion. That's a lot of P's. And I'm putting it directly under the cheekbone here, and I'm pushing up. You can see I'm pushing on an angle. My brush is on an angle, and I'm pushing up and kind of stippling that back and forth. And I'm almost like keeping this bottom line a little more predominant and blending up. So I'm blending the top line up. This is going to give the illusion of that cheekbone here, like chiseling it out in a rounding effect up. And then as I get closer to the front, so I always start back here at the hairline. That's where you're going to want it to be the darkest and most predominant. And I just scrape it up, pounce it up as I get closer to the front of my face. And here's the direction you're going to. You're going to start at the top of that cheekbone, come down towards like the corner of your mouth, but you're going to stop as you hit the corner of your eye. So we're not going all the way in. You want to keep a few inches in between here and a few inches in between here. And so what I'm doing as I get to this point, I'm just kind of like rounding and blending that out as I cup in to the corner of my eye there. And this is just going to help to create a nice little apple of my cheek effect. And it blends out once you get down there. So the next place that I like to contour is up around my hairline. So again, I just go in on an angle and I'm just buffing it in, and I brush it back into my hairline. And I actually take it down a little towards my temples and just drag it out to blend in with that bottom piece. But you can see how much dimension that's now added to the side of my face. It is so easy to create such a beautiful look with these cream foundations. And I just continue in that path, going around the outside of my perimeter of my face. Now you can see the lightness is coming in this zone, and that's what we want to do. That's what we want the effects to be when we're putting on any makeup, is to draw the attention towards your eyes. So we're darkening these areas around the eyes and brightening up the eyes. The next place you could go is around your jawline. I even like to sometimes chisel out a little more predominant of a chin, because they do have kind of more of a square face. So I even like to bring my contour in and just shadow right there, and it just helps to like chisel out a little more of a chin. My brushes were getting away from me there. Okay. So yeah, I just kind of play around, blend it out. Makeup should be fun. I love playing around with makeup. It's my favorite thing to do. Okay, now that I've contoured all around my face like so, I'm going to go with the detailed end and go into an even lighter color. This is called my brightening color, and I'm going to pop it here in the corner of my eye, and I'm going to pop some out here on the other corner of my eye, and maybe just a little down here. And I'm just going to pounce that product around. There's very little. Get under that eye and just brighten this area up. Just a touch, not like excessive. The lighter in color you go off from your normal skin tones, you're going to see more texture. And we don't want to accentuate any texture. We want to accentuate your natural, beautiful skin, but not texture. So I just kind of brighten under there. I like to go over my eyelid kind of as like a primer. And boom. Then I'll take that brightener color, and I like to go a little in between the brows. And on top of those brows, again, we're just kind of brightening up this area just a little bit. It's not like a whole difference. And I just go down in that T-zone. So that's where I went above the eyebrows in this T-zone, and then I brightened a little under the eyes. And then I go back in with this round brush and buff it. Buff all those together. It's so quick. It's so easy. Once you have your system down packed, you will be so amazed at what these products can do. Okay, now this is kind of like, I would say optional. Not a lot of people do this, but I've started contouring my nose a little bit. So I just do the same thing. I just grab a little bit of contour on the edge and I just put a line there up on top of the bone or cartilage. Your nose is cartilage, right? And then I just kind of drag it out a little bit like so. And then I do the same on the other side. And the trick here is getting those two lines as close together as possible and really up on the bridge. And all we're doing is like creating dimension and shadow around your face, right? So we're just giving the illusion that the bridge of my nose is closer together than what it actually is. And then just blending that out. And I'll use my sponge. Hey, Sam. And just kind of blend in those areas and blend that out. And just kind of square off the end. Like so. Okay, next. I love Bella Bronzer. Bella Bronzer is so gorgeous. She brings warmth to your face. I'm still using that same brush and I just do a couple dabs in. And then I like to start on the temples. So I just bring some warmth, get the hair out of the way, down on the temples. Well, that was my contour. There we go. I am still so stuffy, but I mean, I probably sound worse than I actually feel. So thank you for asking. I feel like I'm on the mend, that's for sure. Just like, you know, we're getting some warmer weather up here. Allergies are in full swing. It is redonkulous. There, see, so I just add some warmth on the temples and up on the high points of the cheekbones. Do a little on the nose. I like to bronze my neck down. As I have said many times, I'm a huge fan of self-tanner. I'm obsessed with Coco and Eve, and because I have some self-tanner on the rest of my body, I don't tan my face. I'm exfoliating and taking off all the dead skin cells that it would just be a waste of product because it would just take the self-tanner right off. So I just like to add some warmth and blend that down. The next, you can see how just effortless and flawless this stuff looks like. I'm going to go in with some Illuminator. These are cream illuminators. I'm actually going to use my sponge and I'm just going to sweep into, this is Pearl. So there's some Illuminator on there and I'm just tapping on the high points of my cheekbones. I like to use a sponge to apply the cream illuminators because at the same time that it's applying, it's also blending, which I think is just fantastic, phenomenal to get that three-dimensional look. Okay, then the lip and cheek. So in my compact, I have like all my colors on top for the normal highlighting, contouring, and illuminating, and then I have the mother load of lip and cheeks, all my faves, on the second level. Each of these compacts is 100% customizable to you. So you do not need this many colors. If you would like this many colors, you can. You don't need to purchase all these colors at the same time. It is really whatever is in your budget, wants, desires, how you want your makeup to look, all of those amazing things. And I just got in the color Ruby right here. I've never tried her, so I'm going to give her a go today. I'm going to go in, same poofy end brush. You guys, this is my Ride or Die brush, and I'm just going to tap a couple times on, get a little bit there. And I'm going to start in the back, like here's the apple of my cheek. I'm actually going to apply her in the back, and she's going to go right on my cheekbone. So I'm pouncing a little there, and then dragging it up towards my hairline and bringing her down into the apple of my cheek. But this is going to give your face such an uplift illusion to raise your blush by setting it back behind the cheek, the apple of your cheek, and pouncing up and then bringing her kind of forward and back up. It's just amazing. And just gives you such glow, such lift. So beautiful. I also, there's very little product left on here, and I also like to just kind of hit up those temples. Putting your blush almost like in a C shape around your eyes. One, it's going to accentuate your eyes, bring the brightness to your eyes, but two, it's going to give you like just a natural little flush look. And with our cream foundations, everything just has, like you can see, just this beautiful natural glow about it. It's not shiny, it's not sticky. It's just an amazingly beautiful glow, and that just accentuates it even more. So amazing. I like to like dabble in different colors and stuff, but for my lips today, I'm gonna use this one. I like to use a gloss on my lips. And it's just that simple, that easy. So beautiful. Okay, that's really the basic HAC foundational system, etc. Then the bottom decker. I hate being congested. It feels the worst. It really does. It's like something you just can't control and it just drains you. I keep all my powders on the second. So the first two layers of this specific compact, I have creams, and my powders are all on the bottom. So I'm just going to go through with a very, very basic eye. Nothing over the top. But the first thing I am going to do is just shape my brows just a little bit. You can see, I mean, they're not too scarce, but they are. Like, you know, right in that middle frame of reference. So I like to use the Hotline brush, or I think it's called the line brush now. Used to be the Hotline when we were Mascara Beauty. And I like to go into the color Trust, and it's very hard to do this part in a camera. But I draw a line from the bottom up, and then just kind of press that up like so in like flicking motions. And fill that in like so. This is probably one of like the most basic fills for a brow that I can do. Then I just turn it around to this spoolie end and just brush it up. It's just gonna get rid of any like harsh lines there on the bottom and drag them up. So that's like one of the fastest ways to just create a little more shadow and dimension into your brows. And just flick it up. Fill them in. I could get obviously way more advanced and technical, but this is just a quick little fill. I'm not looking for too much today. There. Okay, then I'm going to take our eyeshadow brush, which is my absolute favorite. It is the most just widely used, I feel like, eyeshadow brush because of this dome end. It is so easy to just blend colors out. So I'm going to go into this color, which is Basic. You can tell is one of my favorites because it is just an everyday shadow. And I'm just starting in circular motions in the crease. I start on the outside and work my way into the crease and then blend up towards my brow and go right in. And I'm basically just like pushing the product around. Our eyeshadows are so pigmented that you really don't need to use a whole lot. And I always recommend less is more. You can always add more if you want something, you know, if you want to add a little bit more and get it more potent. But definitely not necessary. Okay, so I'm just rotating up and blending it up, like I said, towards that brow. Like so. So it just creates like this ever so slightly dimensional wash there behind, creating a little bit of shadow. Since I'm just doing such a simple eyeshadow look today, I mean, I'm not going over the top. I'm just going to go in with this color Crush with my fingertip. It is a little bit of a shimmer, and I'm just applying that right to the lid. The reason I'm using my finger instead of the brush is because it will get me a more dense pigment than the brush itself would. So I'm just applying it there. I'm going to do a little bit here in the inner corners, just a touch, like so. I'm going to go into my Glamazing Illuminator, which is like just one of my absolute favorites to use as an eyeshadow. And I'm just placing it right there under the brow. It's just going to give it just this natural lift up, like you're giving your eyebrows a lift. I mean, it's just like phenomenal. I'm going to take whatever's left over and just pop it there in the inner corner of my eye, like so. And then I just take this small end and just buff around because I don't need it to be too far down. And there we go. And then I'll just take the small end on my eyeshadow brush, go back into that basic color, and just do a wash out here. And I like to keep my pigment, my darker pigments for my eyes on just a very natural look. I keep them on the outside. So I go like halfway out and halfway out. And that's just my style. That's just how I like to wear them, to give my eyes an illusion of being more open and wide. And then to top it off, I'm going to use Thrive Liquid Lash Extension. This by far is one of my absolute favorite mascaras. It like creates almost like a silicone, I don't want to say like film, but casing. It's like a casing around each individual lash, and the length that it will add is just incredible. I don't know. I haven't found another mascara that I love more than this one yet. I mean, I've definitely tried my fair share. Another reason why I absolutely love this mascara, probably one of the top, is, or, well, it is my top, is because it does not create like those black lines and smudges under your eyes. Boom. And same on this side. It is just fantastic. I don't know how they did it, but the formula they use is amazing. Okay, I don't know what that was about. Boom. And that's all. That's it. That is my quick and easy flawless makeup system using Seint IIID. Again, if you would like to get your own custom compact to you, shoot me a DM, fill out that color match form, and I will get your colors over to you. So I hope you enjoyed today's little tutorial on Seint IIID. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Bye.